Hi, it's Rich B and AZ. RXB is a 2009, and I'm going to try this Restore and Protect Valvoline oil in it. Has 83,000 miles on the engine, and this engine is known for sticking oil rings in the piston and then it starts burning oil. So we've been treating it fairly gently, driving it like old age pensioners should. And this is 3,000 miles, and I don't know if it shows up that well, but the oil level is halfway, so it may well be burning a little bit of oil and we're not noticing it. So hopefully that Restore and Protect is going to do something about that. We're going to find out. But first of all, as another check, I want to do a cold compression test. So we'll be taking off the valve cover and doing a cold compression check. I'll see if I can find the fuel injector fuse in there, in the fuse box, and remove that so we don't pump fuel all over the garage. Okay, let's get going. For the ignition coils, you just got to take out the little 10mm plug, and you should just pull right up. And I can actually leave them connected because the plugs are down there. I may have to disconnect this one. So this is what I'm using to get down into the socket area. Got a 16mm, yeah, odd size, 6-point deep well socket, short extension at a one kit, an adapter, and a bit of a longer extension out the other one. As you can see, it goes quite a long way down. So I don't have the spark plug gripper in this socket, but I do have a bit of fuel tube that I use to get the spark plugs out. So this is my little removal tool. It's a piece of fuel tubing. Does it have the size on there? Not quite. But I put a slit in one end of it. There it is. And I just push that down over the ends of the spark plugs and I can pull them out. I'll loosen that one all the way. How about this one? Yeah, there it is. So there's one plug out. Checking the spark plug gaps. The nominal gap is that 39 to 43 with a max of 47. These are the original plugs at 83,000 miles, and all the gaps are 39, which I think is pretty impressive. So these are the original NGK, IR, whatever the heck that number is. They all look very much the same. They have kind of a white side, and then there's a kind of a tan side. So I suppose one of them is facing the inlet, one's facing the exhaust. If I roll them all over, they all do the same thing. White side, tan side. Tan side, white side. They all look the same. There's no leakage above the top flange here. None of that orangey kind of stuff there, so they're all good sealing. These are going to go back in. There's nothing wrong with them. The compression tester kit I have comes with a 14mm and a 12mm. I had 12 on because I do motorbikes on here. It takes a 12 car. This one takes the 14. Right, the hose adapter on the end has an O-ring on it, so all you got to do is turn it in and get it to seat on the O-ring, and you're good. So I'll keep turning it until it gets down there. This is the cover of the fuse box, and if I zoom in, right here it says 20 amp EFI main, that third one down. So that'll be that one right there. So I'll just grab the puller, pull that one out. A little bit of wiggling, and out it comes. Put that there for safekeeping. And we are ready to give it a crank and see where this gets to. Doing this on my own, so I can't see the gauge if I just let it flop around. It should take about 6 cranks of pressure and it should read full, but I'm propping it with these off-cut bits of wood. Hopefully I can see it inside the car. If not, I'll just give it 6 compressions. Right, here we go. Okay, that looks like as much as it's going to do. It's turning over slow. Must be cold today. Okay, so for cylinder number 1, I'm reading 195, which is pretty damn good. That is about spot on. Right, let's see what the rest of them are. And I'm going to record these numbers over on that piece of paper with the spark plugs. Well, compression looks really good. Got 195 on the first one, the rest were 190. So, looks like really good compression, very even. Okay, time to put it back together and do the oil change. So I used the same fuel tube that I took them out with, put them back in. I just push it over the end. I've actually added a little bit of WD-40 on the threads. Previously I had chain lube on there. It's a little bit sticky, so that's going to help it go back in easier. Right, so here it goes. You just drop it in. You've got to find the hole, then you slowly sort of screw it in. Make sure you don't cross thread it. Get it in a couple of threads and then you can pull the tube off. Yeah, I think it's in. There it comes. Spark plugs in the threads in the hole. Now I can tighten it. So the inside of the rocker box cover is not that bad at all, really, from what I can tell looking into it. So it's probably not a lot to clean, but you never know what's around the piston rings. I'm midway through the oil change right now. It's going to take a while to get a result on this, so it may even take about a year, you never know. Because we're only putting 1,000 miles a year on this, 2,000 a year, just to see if anything happens to it. But I'll keep an eye on the oil level and see what happens after a while. Okay, later.